this joint probe by the SEC and the DOJ, we have to take this with a grain of salt because they're known for launching investigations and then we don't hear anything about them afterward. I mean, what is this? What is at stake here? Do you think? I mean, is there a high level of perceived criminality in your mind here? I mean, at the outset.
Sure, and thanks for having me on the show. I don't think
of course, always.
I don't think we know enough to have an opinion whether there is a criminality or not. But what I could tell you is that after 10 years of Apple being successful in launching new products every year, I think you can assume that they're running out of creativity. Over the past 2 weeks, there has been a lot of anxiety among investors as to how successful Apple launch of iPhone 10 has been. People blame that on OLED display, which I think is oversimplification. I think what you're looking at is when it comes to hardware and components going into the going to Apple, it is costing more. This is why iPhone 10 has to be priced at a minimum of $1,000. And I think, in my humble opinion, Apple is at the crossroads. Would they continue to focus on expensive phones, or would they start lowering prices? You can have everyone, including Apple, to go for a 40% plus gross margin. The component vendors are doing over 50% gross margin. Apple wants to do more than 40% gross margin. And we as consumers don't want to buy these expensive phones. I think that's a bigger problem that Apple is facing.
Yeah. They really hit a bit of a titanium ceiling, didn't they, with the Apple X/10 or whatever, with the latest buzz on the production curtailments, didn't they? I mean, that technically, according to all the geeks, was supposed to be the elevation. I mean, the next parallel galaxy for the company in terms of usability and the new interface and the new experience and everything like that. But for some reason, a couple $100, really, it introduced a real barrier, a real human barrier to willingness to cross the divide or something like that. And yet, and you've got slowdown gate at the same time. I mean, what was the litmus test there? Was it the Apple 7? Was it the Apple 8? Seems to be the Apple 8. The iPhone 8, really?
No, I think, well, first of all, titanium is very expensive. I think some of these features that you were referencing that would make iPhone 10 cool and have a cool feature are coming. It will take some time for consumers to fully experience and appreciate, and I think there will be more apps developed for these new hardwares added. So it will take some time for consumers adopt this. It's just that we're all very impatient. We want Apple in one quarter to have a spectacular growth, and that's not happening. It's going to take some time. In the meantime, it is also expensive. So the cool factor has to improve. We have to feel comfortable. In the meantime,
right,
to expect that a $1,000 phone is going to sell like crazy, that's also a little bit a stretched expectation.